Technology screens. Today we got something really interesting to talk about. So we have one. Actually, I ordered one for myself because my screen that I'm putting downstairs. Hold on for a minute, trying to get everything set up here. Trying to pause this and basically go in and go back in, which is not allowing me to do. She's having one of her little tempers today. I always call her, whatchamacallit, her, because she always has these little temperaments where she doesn't want to work, and days she does want to work. But anyway, so, yes, we have 150 inch of the Signature 17. As I told you before, I have some really cool friends that basically, well, once in a while they'll be searching around, they'll find something interesting that will be an affordable price for me to be able to afford and be able to incorporate my screen paint onto. And like I said, these are the Signature 17s. Now, our Signature 17 is our own special form of coating that we develop only. We don't sell this to the customers. And this is a screen that our customers, if they can't paint the screen, they can basically use the blackout cloth that will allow them to be able to put this over any kind of custom frame they want. Now, today I got word that we're going to have a 150 inch surface. That is way bigger than the 135. So I bought one for myself because, as I said before, the screen I had downstairs is the 235.1. I'm swapping all that out and getting rid of the 235.1 screen. I am going to be going down to eBay and picking up a $175 projector that is another NEC ultra short though projector. So like I said, same projector setup as I have in here. I'm going to have it downstairs, but on a 150 inch screen. So one thing I love about this technology under the Signature 17s is the fact that they're not only acoustic, which I don't know if the Surface is acoustic yet until it gets here, but I'm pretty sure it is acoustic. One of the things I'm interested about is the fact that, like I said, the technology we develop here is designed to take in a lot of ambient light. I don't have a lot of ambient light in that particular area, but like I said, it's going to be cool to have 150 inch of this screen downstairs. All right, so I'll show you, as always, you always know, we always have our windows open in any of our demonstrations. One showing off the acoustic 17 screens. And like I said, the Surface is exactly as he explained it to be. I'm going to build me a 150 inch of this screen downstairs, and I'm going to be using a $75 projector to get that image. So let me come back here and show you a little bit of why this technology is so amazing. So as I said before, we don't have to spend the money for a $3,000 or $4,000 projector, not even $5,000. I can use a basic 720p projector that costs me anywhere in the price range of $130 to $175. So my new screen downstairs is going to be a 150 inch Signature 17 using the projector I'm getting from eBay that cost me $175. So the same technology you're seeing here, imagine it's at 150 inches. This is on the 80-inch screen. So I got to start getting set up and getting repaired. I already ordered from this particular individual. Like I said, I have a few individuals that I do business with, and every time, once in a while, they'll run across something pretty cool and say, "Hey, Ken, I found this on my way of taking care of so-and-so and so, or I was in a business meeting, ran across this right here. I was wondering if you might be interested in something like this. I'll send you something over past you. You can check it out for yourself." And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, is that 150 inch? Is that acoustic? Like, can that be acoustic?" And I was like, "Yeah, it could be." And I was thinking, "Oh my goodness. Perfect." Tell me how God is not amazing. Perfect timing. Because I was just about to drop $270 on an aluminum fixed frame screen. And now I'm going to build this screen for so cheap. It is not even funny. Because at least, okay, so let me see. If I get the lumber I get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. And I need about 4 inches, not 2 inches. 2 inches is too thin for a 150 inch screen. So we're talking about probably somewhere about 350 a board, right? So 10 feet high, screen's not gonna be 10 feet high. It's probably gonna be like 81 inches high But then the nigga, this is gonna be borderless too. I don't got any border attached to this whatsoever. So I can make me a borderless 150 inch. Ooh, that's gonna be so freaking sick. So borderless. So at 4 inches, okay, so that's about 350. And then I have to get probably about 4 of those. And then I'm gonna need 2 in the middle for the support. I actually do 1 in the middle for a support system in the middle. Plus the brackets, extra long staples. I say all together for all the equipment, wood and hardware. But then again, I got some of the hardware laying around here in the house that I'm not even using. So I take it all together when I build the screen, probably under 50 bucks. Under $50. And then it's gonna be coated with that acoustic 17 signature, which allows the screen to be able to produce that image in a what? Fully lit environment. Look at that. I can look out my windows and my screen produces an amazing image because of that technology. And that's how much money I'm going to be saving, a lot of money. Because I really have to spend a lot of money for a projector. 175 bucks for a projector. That's all I got to spend. So that's beautiful. I freaking love it. So we'll see when it gets here, which I can't wait. I'm excited about it. And as for the 35-inch screen, we might as well get rid of those. At 150 inches, you can make 135 out of that. I mean, that's a pretty big screen. That is going to be really interesting. I'm gonna have to get a whole new speaker system because at 150 inches, I could drop all my speakers behind that. Center speakers, the front subs underneath there, everything. And the beautiful thing about it is I don't gotta spend the money for a projector. It's a $180 projector I'm using right here on this screen. And the only reason why I can't go bigger on this screen because I don't have enough room. So like I said, Lord is a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. I've been trying to get 100. We wanted 150 inch. Now we got 150 inch. 16.9. And if this screen is acoustic, oh wow, that's going to be even more incredible. I told you, this is something that I can do at a demonstration that no other company can do. I can look out my windows. See? And where my screen is sitting in direct contact of my windows. This is what I'm talking about. Being able to save money and not get caught up in that hype nonsense of people telling you how you have to sit in ambient light controlled environments. I find that the most hilarious. That someone's going to tell me that I'm going to spend $5,000 for a projection screen and almost $3,000 for a projector, and I got to sit in an ambient light controlled environment because my screen will wash out. Or I gotta calibrate a $3,000 or $4,000 projector because my colors don't come up correctly because there's too much light in the environment. I hate to say that, but once you get to that point where your environment turns into a cave and you have no choice but to spend money on a projector that you really don't need, you have now become a slave to your freaking equipment. I got the freedom to have my curtains open. I can have them closed. I can have my lights on. I can have them off. I don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors. I can go to eBay and buy $175, $130 for a projector. I'm done for the day. No calibrating, nothing. Y'all check out the screen. I'm gonna go stare out the window. Adds peace of mind. I love it. I absolutely love it. 150 inch. Good gracious, that's going to be freaking crazy. And at that, I'm downgrading my projector. I'm downgrading my projector to an outdated version, an old outdated projector. All right, so the 150 inch screens, like I said, when I get my first one here, I want to test it out for myself. I want to coat it with the Signature 17 to see how well it marries to the surface. Of course, it's got to be stretched, got to take it outside, hanging off the railing. Hopefully we get some rain. It's always on those days. Usually like on the day I want to get outside to have fun. Well, that's God's will, but when I want to get outside to have fun, it's cold and sunny. And then on the days I need it to rain, the bad weather, for the screens to be tested out, we get the warm weather. But I always got a garden hose, so whatever. Or I can throw it in the washer, see exactly how much punishment it's going to take. So once I get mine designed and done, get it set up, because I need to see how the material is going to stretch to the frame. And like I said, I need to see how the material, the formula is going to marry to the surface. I need to see how it's going to react to the projector. Everything goes well, you'll see it on the website. Now also to add real quick, we started our summer sale. As I said before, we're going to be doing a lot of outdoor projection screen setups. For those of you that are tired of being in the house and you want to get out, and you want to get a chance to enjoy our technology outside, we're only setting up outdoor packages. And also too, we're having the summer sale, which is starting today. We just now got to get the 120 inches back on back in stock, which they're not going to be back in stock until May the 6th. You know what? I'm not even going to buy me a sound bar. I'm going to build me a sound bar. It's a 150 inch screen. I'm going to have that thing going from one end to the next. So let's see, my screen's going to be about 135 inches long by, yeah, I think it's 135 by 81 something, just something like that. Look how gorgeous it looks. I don't even have to think about it. Oh, let me show you something. Today on Facebook, somebody were asking me about other acoustic screens. Now we got to test our acoustic screens against other acoustic screens. One of the screens we do like to test against. You can tell these are acoustic surface for acoustic screens. This screen right here for a 100 inch would cost you about $500 or $600. That's what it looks like next to our technology. So that screen right there for 100 inch costs my customers around $195. The acoustic screen that's next to it, which is an Elite acoustic screen, it's called the Pro 1080p3. That screen would cost you between $500 and $600 for a 100 inch. Now, when I checked out the demonstration with the acoustic screen, because like I said, I like to do my research before I actually buy the sample sheet. I want to see what kind of environment they have it in. Of course, the environment they had the screen was, of course, ambient light controlled, as always, and using an expensive projector. I wonder if I got a gray version of an acoustic. I think I got a gray version of an acoustic. So I don't know how well this is going to stick. But this right here is an acoustic version of, and see, I can see through the screen. This is an acoustic version of Vivistorm. Really couldn't find a lot of companies with acoustic screens. Majority of all of them were white, so you know, see what white screens do against this technology. Let's go back. So they don't do well against black technology. This is actually a silver screen, or actually a dark gray screen. Let's see how this one pans out. Hopefully it stays up there. My screen. There we go. So that's a Vivistorm. And the other one is the white screen. Well, actually, the Elite screen. This is why we have so many sample sheets. This is why. We got screens for acoustic screens. We got screens for rear projection screens. We got certified screens for front projection. Just about everything. So we can test against everything. So someone says, hey, how does your screen fare against Elite screens? There you go. How's your screens Elite against Vivistorm? There you go. Now, if we were to stick any other screen up here against this technology that's not rear projection, it's not going to be able to hold a candle to it. Because they don't have ambient light rejection technology, they don't have color coding technology, only we have that capability. And we can make 720p, old relic projectors that nobody wants, look incredible. Well, if the weather gets nice and warm outside, I can be outside on the Black Nova. I'm about to do some more research. Somebody else has to have an acoustic screen. So imagine this screen at 150 inches. Man, that is going to be monstrous. Consider the fact that 150 inches. Tell me this is stay up there. Let's stay a little longer. 150 inches would be more than the size of from here to here to here to here. That's how big that screen's going to be. That means I went from a $1,200 projector to a projector that cost me $175. Where my screen sits at with the Epic Blue in that room, I had a Sony VPL FH36 at 5200 lumens in that room, full 1080p. I went from that to a 4300 lumen Christie projector, full 1080p. And from that, I went down to a 720p NEC projector. I can downgrade my technology and my screen would still look good. When the big companies are going in and getting the most advanced projectors that they can get, this is not going to stay up there. They're getting the most advanced projectors they can possibly get their hands on to make their screens look good. They have to have those projectors. It's the only way they're going to be able to achieve a beautiful image. So I ask you this. If you're watching someone in a demonstration, let's say using a P2 projector, and you don't have a P2 projector, how do you think your screen's going to come out looking? You think it's going to look the same as the expensive projector that's being used in that demonstration? Well, if that was the case, that means there'd be no point in selling a projector of that caliber if you can just buy a cheaper one that does the same thing. There you go. That's why I laugh when I watch these demonstrations with these expensive projectors. There's no way in the world on God's green earth you're going to be able to mimic that exact same image because the projector does all the work. That's why I use the older, cheaper projectors, because you can relate to that. You can go on eBay right now and get that projector for 130 bucks. If you were to upgrade slightly by a little bit and get a 1080p, just think how much more advanced the picture would become. But even if you couldn't afford the 1080p, even at 720p, you would still have an amazing image. And then you can do something like this. Look out your window. It takes everything I have to keep from doing this. You wouldn't survive against the screen. And you know I know you couldn't survive? Because I watch your demonstrations. All your demonstrations are done in the dark. High-powered projectors. When you do that, it automatically tells me right from the door that you're using a projector of that caliber because it has to make it for what the screen can't do. Dark environments gives you a better chance of producing color and contrast. Just like this company does underneath it, it does the same thing. That's how I know your weak spots, that's how I know your flaws. Any screen that I pull out of that 18 selection is going to react the same way. Demonstration I watched with daylights. When I was watching their demonstration, I noticed that the screen was sitting in the dark, ambient light controlled environment, using a high-end projector. Biggest mistake you can do. So I know all your secrets while watching your demonstrations. You cut corners, I can see that. The screens are automatically fade against our technology because our screens are designed to go through cheapest projectors we can get our hands on, outdated old projectors that nobody wants. That's what we use. 40 lit environments that are designed to take on tons of ambient lights. Y'all hide in the dark. You barely make it in here. Imagine what happens when we go outside. We've got technology that can pull images up outside. So right here we have a $5,000 projection screen right there. $5,000. That's Elite acoustic screen. There's Crow's screen paint right over top. See, the problem is when you follow those companies and you try to do the same thing they're doing because you think it's protocol, that everybody wants to be in ambient light controlled environments. Everybody wants to spend tons of money for a projector because you have to have it in order to get the best picture quality possible. That's bull. That's nonsense. You're watching me do this in a fully lit environment with 2 windows hitting my screen on a projector that costs nothing. So if I can do this on this, how come they can't do it? At the end of the day, I told you, it comes down to your screen. I don't care what kind of projector you got. If your screen can't produce those images, your projector can't show you what it can do. So you can't see color. And I was showing you the color patterns, the reds, the blues, the greens, the yellows. Purpose for that. That's why they tell you to calibrate. Because your screen's blind, you can't see color. Can't see contrast. Now, can you imagine having all that on a massive size screen and you can't see color on an expensive projector you purchased? That's sad. That is really sad. Woo. Elite Dark Star 9. See how dark that is? Very dark screen. Reflective surface is the problem. Oop, we got a screen about to fall over. There we go. Get you back up there. There we go. What you're going to have to do, if you want to be able to achieve your images to be able to pop up, you're definitely going to have to shut the curtains behind you. So let's see. Let's just shut my curtains behind me. We'll get rid of all that. We'll shut all that up. I may have too much light still coming in because my curtains are really light and they push a lot of light through. See how light my curtains are? They still push a lot of light in here. So we're darkening it up a bit in here. This is about as dark as it's going to get in here. That's it. I couldn't imagine it being any darker. I really couldn't. Now what's the problem? Let's say my screen's not even here. Doesn't even exist. What's the problem? How do we fix the problem with the screens we have up here? Maybe we have to go out and spend the money for an expensive projector. Maybe we get an expensive projector. We get a Dell Ultra Short Throw. We get an Optima. And that's what we'll have to do to fix the problem, right? Buy the more expensive projector. Or maybe if we darken the curtains and we get some blackout curtains, then that would help too. Because then that way we'll have less light pushing in. So you just turned your house into a cave with an expensive projector and an expensive screen, or a screen paint that hasn't been properly tested correctly. Well, you know, I have my technology where I don't have to go through that. I'm going to open my curtains back up again like they were. I want to be able to see the sun come in. I want to be able to enjoy the light. Not trying to be a little rude here, but you know what Black Novas look like outside? That's the most insane screen that we have so far. A Black Nova outside is crazy. There is no screen that will ever stand up to a Black Diamond. Not sorry, Black Diamond, to the Black Nova outside. Now, eventually, yeah, if someone comes up with develops black technology for outside, yeah, that'd be nice. But right now, the only thing you have outside are white screens, and I don't know why. Who came up with the bright idea of thinking that a white screen looks good outside? Where did it even come from? That's the worst thing you could have outside is a white screen. You know how much light is reflecting off that screen? When you have a dedicated theater room, the first thing they do is they turn the walls dark. They don't have white walls and all the walls are nice and dark. To actually cut down on how much light the room is going to be able to generate, that's going to affect the screen because it's going to have a lot of light in there. So why would you do the same thing to a white screen that's going to be sitting outside? So already this technology has beat one screen. Let's see, we got the acoustic 1080p3. They're about running somewhere between about $500-600 for 100 inch. This screen's $198 for the 100 inch. 120 inch, it's $248. And somewhere around 340 or 350, that's going to be the 150 inch, which costs way less than a $100 version of the acoustic elite screen and can produce a better image. As for crow's paint, well, it is what it is. It doesn't show color and it doesn't read contrast. And we did that one in the dark on Facebook and that didn't come up too well. So that screen, that's why you're being told to calibrate your projector. That's why you're being told by him to do that. On top of that, consider the fact that the caliber of the projector that he's using in his demonstrations, if you got anything lower than that, then you're not going to pick up the exact same image that he's going to pick up because his projector does all the work. Parallax, if I'm correctly, the screen which we just had against there, this for 100 inch is a $5,000 projection screen. $5,000. And the Dark Star 9 by Elite Screens is $3,000 for 100 inch. And neither one of those screens are acoustic. I like this music. And if Elite Screens show that I'm wrong on this demonstration, well, my email's right there. They can contact me. And we could do a side-by-side against the Signature 17 next to their screen and see what happens. I doubt they'll do that. They couldn't touch the screen if they tried, as you can see. Because judging by what I've seen in your demonstrations, you have no kind of ambient light in your environment at all. You have controlled ambient light. So automatically tells me from the door that there's no way in the world you would be able to survive over here because we use direct light at the screen. Judging by your projectors, I can tell your projectors do all the work. Over here, that screen has to work. See that projector you're working with? Look at that projector. Keep in mind, when they bring out those new projectors, that is top state-of-the-art technology. Everything in that projector is so more advanced than what I'm using right now. It's not even funny. It's like the equivalence of a kick and go versus a Bugatti or a Lambo. Well, I'm not going to go on and on with this because I could literally do this all day. But I got to get downstairs, get my measurements in because we got 150 inch of a Signature 17. Oh my goodness. Imagine I'm going to have this at 150 inches downstairs on my $175 NEC projector. We got about 60 of these now? Yeah. I think we're on that. So I'll be adding up everything in the house, or adding up my projectors and seeing exactly how much I just, well, actually, I doubt we're going to make it toward it. Make it to 1,500, maybe. We didn't pay any much money for anything. Came to the projectors, $59, $130. That's the projector I'm using right now, which I'm doing the test on this screen right here to see if I like the screen paint, which I love it. So I'm going to be doing that one, but except for that's going to go down. I don't even know where I'm going to put that screen at. And this is on its way out. Somebody bought that. Yep, they bought it. They bought it. They wanted the 235.1 Ultra Short, though. I gave them a good price for it, and they got it. And no, we did not post it. I was actually showing off the projector, and I hadn't got a chance to put it to the website, too. They go quick. And I was actually putting it on the, making a comment. Somebody called me up and said, Mr. Bird, I'd like to purchase that projector. And I sent them a PayPal invoice, and it's gone. Told you they go quick. They go real quick. They've seen it under our technology. I know what it's going to look like. So they're going to do a 235.1 setting. And unfortunately, I can't send them the screen because to ship the screen just costs too much money to ship the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking apart the entire screen, dismantle it, stick it in a box, and throw it in the basement. And then I'm going to build my 150-inch screen. Do you have any idea how big this screen is? This screen is going to go from where the robot's at all the way over to here, come all the way up, come across here. It's going to be huge. And that's going to be a Signature 17 at 150 inches. And it's going to look like the same display I have upstairs, except for at 150 inches. And I'll have the other projector here because this projector, it doesn't have the positioning bar on it. Those have the positioning bar that allow you to be able to move your screen up and down. And I need it on this one over here to be able to position it. Yep. You need that model right there. You need a UM361X. That's the one you need to be able to position it to fit just right. Because the other projectors they have, the screen will bounce past that and hit up here, and there's no way to bring it down. You need that particular positioning bar, and only that particular model has it in it. That's how you know. If you get the one that basically the one I have upstairs doesn't have it, doesn't make a difference because I push it right up against the screen. This one right here that has the 351W doesn't have it. Doesn't have that positioning bar. All right, well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration and the update on the new Surface that's coming in. As soon as I get mine here and I get a chance to test it out, stretch it over a frame and build it and design it from there. Once I get my hands on the material, I automatically know what I got. I know exactly what I got and what I'm going to be working with, and I know how it's going to marry well with the formula. So we'll have those up on the website. Prices for them will be around $348. Now, $348 was going to be the price of the 135-inch, but there is no point in putting that up there. We're just going to charge the same price as we're going to charge for 135. We're just going to give you a much bigger screen, that's all. And you can, if you want to get 135, you can get 135. I'm sorry, 135 out of that because it's a 150-inch screen. It's a pretty big screen. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, with that being said, I got to go. Thank you all for your time. Summer sale starts today. You have to go on the website to see what we put down. We marked down. A lot of stuff got marked down to 100%. So we got a really good sale going on there. Also, too, all shipping is free. People have been asking me about shipping costs. All shipping's free. It's free from all over the world. whether it be Rome, Hong Kong, Italy, France, wherever place you live at, it is free. You don't pay a dime. All right, with that being said, thank you all, and God bless.